Okay, so today we are going to make an op art project. So that's a project that's going to fool your eyes into thinking something's going away from you or something is not flat on the paper as it seems. Kind of looks like this. Okay, so you can see, whoa, you're going down, like you're going down. All right. And some of the techniques we're going to use are what you used when you did your candy cane. I'm going to add to that. I'm going to make it, more emphatic. All right, so first thing we need is a square piece of paper. And I assume you all know how to do that. I'm going to turn this like this. All right, how do we do that? We fold it diagonally, just like you're making one of your fortune tellers. All right, and then that extra piece gets folded over and it gets cut. All right, oops, I'll do it a little bit better than that. Really want a nice square on this. It just makes it that much easier. All right, so we cut that off. Okay, you've got a square. And you've got a square that's got a napkin fold. Now we're going to napkin fold it this way. And what's that going to give us? It's going to give us a giant X in the middle. Now we're going to fold it in half in what we call hot dog, taco, since it's a square, doesn't matter. And open it again and fold it again. Okay, so that is going to give us those lines coming out from the middle. Okay, now you're going to go over those lines with a marker. All right, so since we have it folded, we don't need to draw them in pencil. All right, go over those lines that are there. Take your time. You want it to be in the right place. All right, let's say, and there. And you can see I have one more. Now, when you get done with this, you're going to draw this in pencil first. I want you to follow the directions step by step because it's going to make it that much easier. All right. Now, you're going to do it in pencil. I am going to do it in marker. All right, after I do the pencil so you can see it. So you're going to take one of these and you're going to draw round lines, kind of like those candy canes. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do, goes off the paper. Skip a triangle. Then make 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip a triangle. All right, make 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip a triangle and make 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That's why I want you to do it in pencil. So you make sure you skip those triangles. All right. Now you're going to go over your lines in marker. So just like your candy canes, this is going to make it look like it's a round tube. But now it's a round tube that is going far, far away from you. And in this case, it's kind of like it's falling away from you. Right, that's what you have. All right. Now, I do want you to do this in sequence. All right, so we are going to, let me see if I can do this so it's not so slanted. All right. We are going to shade it. Anytime you put a mark on a paper or anything, whether it's a paintbrush, a marker, a crayon, it leaves a mark. So you need to make sure that you're rounding your marks because these are rounded tunnels. Well, they're not tunnels. I don't know what you would call them. Columns going down. All right. Not straight, not up and down. They should come out from the side and be a little bit rounded. Don't have to come far into your picture. And you got to get smaller as you get down there. See that? As you get down there, smaller. So only do it on the places where you put those stripes. So kind of go like this a little bit. Some things can stick out a little more. It's a shade. It's like a shadow. Shading, actually. You don't have to press hard, but you want to keep that nice rounded stroke so that the mark that the crayon makes on the paper is rounded. When you're a little kid, you just color things in. You get older, your crayons can help you define things by which direction you're using the crayons. That's why we don't want to like color this way, that way, boom, 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 all different ways. Color in the way, in the direction that is like the shape of what you're coloring. So this is round and it gets smaller. All right, so there, already you're shaded. Now, what's going to happen to those empty ones? Now they look sort of flat. We're going to watch this. From here to this one, you're going to make it go like that. So this is an opposite curve. All right, let me show you that. It's opposite curve. That's going to make that look like it's going away from you. All right, because it's opposite of the ones that are coming out at you. So I will just go over my lines on this one so you can see that. All right, but you can do the rest. I'm going to do them in marker. You can do them in pencil first. Okay, it's going to kind of emphasize that it's the opposite of what you put down and make it even more kind of make your eye really pay attention. Okay, so that's what it looks like. All right, so what's this one is coming out at you? What's the bottom of this one? The middle. So our shadow is going to be in the middle. That's the lowest point. You don't have to put a lot on and round it. It's not going to look as good if you have straight lines. So make sure that mark you're putting in the middle looks a little bit rounded. All right, and it should be rounded like your lines you made. You don't need a lot. We don't want to cover this up with black shading. All right, but it's going to look like it's going away from you. It's so far away that it's giving like a little shadow on the bottom. Okay, and done. So that's it as far as shading. Now you can color this in. I think you should, pick a color scheme. Lots of kids, some kids do white and a color like the candy, sort of like your candy canes. Do all these first and see you already have that shading on there. All right. All right. All right. All right. And another color. I guess we could use this. I really think if you use deeper colors on the ones that are going away from you, it will actually intensify it. So if you want to use some dark purple, dark blues, You go ahead. Some kids do the whole like kind of tower, like one color instead of stripes. You certainly can do that. All right. So that is that all four? I know I'm rushing, but I do have this here. So here you have two colors, and here you have like one color and white. Another thing you could do, like the candy canes, you don't have different color greens, but you can make it the green more intense, where it's closer to the black, and leave it lighter in the middle. That will intensify the look, because we're not putting white on the middle of this like we did the candy canes. All right. Wow. So already that's starting to look like, oh, they fell and they went really, really far. All right, so here's one that is already colored. All right, so that's going to be your op art. Now, to really make it pop, you could see when you saw some of the examples, what we did is we took a picture of people. Let me see if I can get that. So we took a picture. You have to stand. I'm going to show you in a minute. You have to stand above the person. So you can have somebody stand above you. Take your picture. You can do it to one of your pets. Like here's a picture of my cat. Let me see. Ooh, there's my cat. And it was taken from above. So you're looking down on them. Or you can have somebody stand on a bed or a chair and do it to you. And then print it out on your computer, on your printer. Now, I don't know about you, my printer doesn't work. So, if your printer doesn't work, have them take the picture anyhow. And then, hopefully, let's see if we can get this back up. That picture you saw before was um, Marcella Juncroft. Here she is. All right, so if you do not have a printer that works, then bring up the picture that you made, make it the size you want, and maybe you could just trace it. Put a piece of paper up and trace it, and then color it. Or maybe you just want to copy a picture, like have somebody take a picture and then you draw it yourself, and then that person goes in the middle. And now it looks like they're way far down or falling. Some of the kids made it look like they were falling. You can see on our examples, there's a picture I'm sorry, of Samantha Marias. And she's like, it's from above, and she's going like that. So that's what you want to do. You want to take your camera and you want to be above what you're taking a picture of, your cat or your dog. Or you have somebody, if you want your picture being used, have them stand on the bed or on a chair and take it from far up. So it looks like you're looking up and you're falling down into this optical illusion. All right, tunnel. It's like, whoa. Okay, that is it. Bye bye.